I've seen you in so many positions. Now it seems like today, full circle back to inside linebacker. What's that like? And is anything different than anything you've learned or done the last 3 years?
Uh, I mean, just fronts. It's always changing, depending on the guys we got up in the front. Boyer knows how to utilize you know, everybody's talents and things like that. But it's kind of in the same realm. But yeah, bouncing back from outside to inside. But yeah, I feel like inside is where I feel most comfortable.
After all this time, all these years, inside is now again where you feel most
Yeah,
comfortable.
yeah.
Why?
Just because I just like playing it. I like coming down here. I like thumping, like more than setting the edge. I'll do it, but I just feel like I like coming down here more.
Coach Boyer mentioned that he foresees some uh, tweaks to the defense and maybe even some wholesale changes, which is a word that caught my attention. I was like, wow. So what's kind of your sense about um, if some things might actually be different? Scheme, play calling, philosophy.
I don't know if it's like huge tweaks. I think it's just everybody's starting to understand the defense a little more so we can do more, At first it's just, okay, this is my job. I'm going to do my job. Now it's like, okay, this is my job. I know what he's doing, so I can play off of him. And, yeah, I think it's more of like a trust thing. Everybody's starting to trust all 11 on the field.
This is random, and I'm curious. What percentage of plays from your iPad, because they're in the iPad now, right? Or what is it called? Not an iPad, it's a Microsoft.
They're iPads. Or are you talking about during the games?
No. Is y'all's playbook on a Microsoft Surface?
No, it's on the iPad. It's an iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't see it has a contract with Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's during games.
During games, yeah, it's a Surface, yeah.
Random question that I'm just curious, because I've never been an NFL player. What
Really?
percentage? Hard to believe. I'd be a punter.
You could be.
If I was, I'd be a punter. What percentage of the plays in the iPad would you guess y'all actually never used last year?
Oh, plays now. I mean, it's a lot of new plays now, so you can go back and look at from last year, but now the defense is kind of different from last year. Just the way we're rotating and things like that is kind of different. But
I guess I was wondering, like, is a quarter of the playbook stuff you never actually get to in an NFL season?
it depends on the game. Depends on the team we're playing, game plan. But yeah, you're not going into a game running every single call or expecting to run every 112 plays in a playbook. It's crazy.
I think Joe want to know Apple or Microsoft.
Apple.
Samuel, just overall, where do you feel most comfortable? In your growth in this defense. We saw you last year in the preseason game have 4 sacks. You come back, it seems like you're still a lot of competition in the linebacker room. But where do you feel you've grown the most?
Always competition. I mean, that's just how I grew up. I competing with my brother. Now I'm competing with my brothers in here. I embrace competition. I hype up the guys in front of me. I hype up the guys behind me. But, I mean, I'm always comfortable. I'm always comfortable with my back against the wall. I get nervous when it ain't against the wall, It's just like you go into a bar, you always get to the back wall so you can see everything. So, I mean, I'm comfortable and I embrace the competition. So.
Do you think there's a particular area? Obviously, you've moved around a lot, but overall in this defense, you think there's a particular area where you've really grown and you really improved the most?
Inside linebacker. Now I'm finally just getting to play that right now. Still like getting some pass rushing in there, but inside linebacker and just learning the game more from there instead of just bouncing around all the time.
Sam, you mentioned you're back against the wall. Do you feel this even more so this year after the Dolphins drafted Tyndall and re-signed Landon Roberts at your position?
I mean, it's always the same thing. I mean, that's just the NFL. It's a mindset thing. Whether even if I'm Tyndall and I'm third round or I got drafted first round, like you gotta have a mindset of my back is against the wall. I don't care if I may be favored or anything like that, because the goal is to stay in the league for a long time. And if you don't got that mindset of competition, somebody coming for your job, you're not gonna last. So I don't look at the draft like, oh dang, they drafted a linebacker. Like at the end of the day, I gotta do my best. I gotta put my best foot forward, and whatever happens, happens, and I'm okay with that.
Sam,
So do you ever envy the guy that goes into the club and goes straight to the middle of the dance floor? You ever envy that guy?
You said in the middle of the what?
In the middle of the club, the guy that goes straight for the dance floor instead of, checking things out first. You ever
Oh
envy
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy?
yeah. Depending on how many, if I had 1, 2, 3, or 5 glasses, it depends.
I know it's on the other side of the ball, but Tua hitting some of those deep passes, even Teddy hitting those deep passes to Tyreek, and just hearing the fans, how jazzed they get as a team, how does that affect y'all in practice?
I mean, we're mad. Right now, like, I'm not friends with Tua, I'm not friends with Tyreek. We'll play ping pong in the locker room, but, I mean, the more they score in practice, the more we can chewed out in the film room. So right now, we're divided. I'm happy for them, but we're divided until we get to Tampa and we could beat up on somebody else.
Does a part of you kind of like seeing them handle all the pressure packages you guys throw at them? Because you're saying, like, if they can handle this, they can probably handle other stuff around the league?
Yeah, I do. Let's just do it in the game, even with our pressures and things like that. Let's do it in the game. I don't get too high, you can't get too low. You just gotta stay the course with football, man.
They said some of the Afro beats. Burna Boy, did you peep that in the playlist?
Oh yeah, you had to play for Nigeria. Me, Agba, Noah, all the Lukata.
Sam, you're now in year 4 at linebacker. Was there a player that you modeled your game after, linebacker in particular, that you looked up to before you came to the league?
Yeah, my favorite linebacker was John Beeson. Just watching him work out and things like that, his drive, his passion for the game, physicality, John Beeson, that's probably one of my favorite linebackers. Patrick Willis, too.
I saw Zach Thomas out here at practice. Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him in the weight room before we went out for walkthroughs. Good dude.
He was lifting weights with y'all, or?
Huh?
You said in the weight room he was lifting weights with y'all, or?
No, he wasn't lifting weights. It was just like stretching and stuff like that.
We're about to be playing preseason games pretty soon. Anything you can do to top a 4-sack game like you had last year?
I need 6 this year. Back wall. Nah.